General Dynamics ensures that today is safe and secure and tomorrow smarter. One incredible execution at a time. Innovators, thinkers, dreamers, understand that action accelerates progress wherever your mission takes you. Behind the screens, behind the scenes, on the ground, in the air, under the sea, in the lab, to the cloud, and everywhere in between. Powering tomorrow's mission again and again. We have no plans to slow down. We're General Dynamics. Innovation spanning everywhere.
Good evening. Welcome to the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Valley Celebrating Youth event. This year, we will be celebrating with friends, colleagues, and family all around the country in this virtual event. Let's take a moment to thank some of the sponsors who made tonight possible. We just saw a video from our presenting sponsor, General Dynamics. This global company has been a longtime supporter of our clubs. We are so grateful for their investment in our teams. We also want to acknowledge Desert Financial Credit Union, the law office of Glenn W. Gilcrease Jr., and SRP as youth mentor sponsors. Tonight, we'll meet the very best of our club teens, the 8 Youth of the Year representing clubhouses from around the Valley. Each of our honorees has worked very hard to get here tonight. Now to share more about the Youth of the Year program, please welcome to the stage the CEO of Boys and Girls Clubs of the Valley, Marcia Mentz. Hi, Marcia.
Hi, thank you, Kristen. Let me start by thanking you and the team here at STN for all of your hard work in putting together such a special event for our members and their families. Your professional production team has been working for months to make tonight a success. The Celebrating Youth event is a very special night for Boys and Girls Clubs of the Valley. We will hear the incredible personal stories of 8 of our most remarkable teens. Many of these members, just like so many of you watching in the clubs tonight, joined when they were just grade schoolers and have grown up in the clubs. They have learned about friendship and leadership, and they have become active community volunteers. Their club experience has shaped them into young adults of character and strength. These traits will serve them well into the future as they enter the military, trade school, and college in the coming years. For all of our members watching in our clubs and at home, all around the Valley, I hope you will be inspired to be a part of the Youth of the Year journey when you're a junior or senior. You'll see videos from our clubs tonight, throughout the night, cheering on all of our candidates. Boys and Girls Clubs of America developed the Youth of the Year program many years ago to recognize and celebrate the many achievements of outstanding teens in our clubs across the country. This program has grown into a leadership development and scholarship program. Of the many programs and activities offered to our members at the Boys and Girls Club, there is no higher honor than being recognized as a Youth of the Year.
What is a Youth of the Year? It's the Boys and Girls Club's highest honor, celebrated each year at regional and national events with impactful and inspirational moments.
I'm a huge supporter of Boys and Girls Clubs of America.
Each event is one step closer to the national title
And thanks to you, 4 million kids each year are inspired and empowered to become tomorrow's champions of youth.
Without the support of my club and without that incredible, attentive instructor, I may not have found ballet.
We will reach more people than ever, virtually.
You have my ear, you have my heart. These children are our future.
I'm just so thankful because I would be nowhere near the person I am today without the Boys and Girls Club.
Join us.
For the past 6 months, the YOYs have been meeting on Saturdays with their peers to work on crafting a series of essays about how the club has impacted their life and their leadership journey for the competition. They worked with local experts from Toastmasters on their presentations, and we're so grateful for their support. Toastmasters did an incredible job of helping to shape their storytelling and their public speaking skills. It's a national competition, and the speeches are a big part of the program. So tonight, you will hear each Youth of the Year speech that they presented to the judges back in December.
That's how you do it. You prep it.
I see myself in 5 years with an BA in veterinary science, hopefully.
I have a lot of potential. I knew I had potential, but now I know like there's ways that I'm able to express it, and I can, and I'm more than capable of going through things and doing what is necessary for me to be successful.
What surprised me was just how fast and how ready people were to recommend me for this. Because I struggled. I was like, am I a good choice? Could I be it? Could I win? Am I a good role model? And they were just like, yeah, you are. And I was like, whoa, I did not expect that.
Oh, it was very helpful working with the Toastmasters. They helped me project my voice a lot. And I'm usually a soft-spoken person, but that really added to my speech, my projection.
So in 5 years, I see myself finishing up college, having a decent paying job. Yeah, that's why I see myself in 5 years. Don't be afraid to try new things.
The cool part about it was that you know that these people are like definitely telling you the right things to do because they do it for a living. So to work with them was really awesome.
I learned that I can make a lot of friends really quickly, and that those friends will be there for me if I'm going through something, and I'll be there for them as well.
This was an amazing journey for me. It was good knowing everyone, the staffs, the other YOYs. If you have the chance to do the YOY or opportunity, I encourage you to take it because you're not going to regret it.
It's almost time for those speeches, but first, to start us off, we have last year's Youth of the Year, Samia Ruiz, also from the Holmes branch. You're going to be seeing a lot of the Holmes branch this evening, so here is Samia.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Samia Ruiz, and I was the IG Holmes Boys and Girls Club Youth of the Year. I just wanted to give a huge congratulations to all of the YOYs this year. We are so proud of you as an organization. I know that the journey is not easy. Trust me, I've been there. Ayana's been there. We're just proud of you of how far you've come, and we look forward to hearing your speeches tonight. Just a couple days ago, I was just like you, getting ready to give my speech in front of my loved ones, all of that, so they can hear my story and how I became a club kid. But here I am, a year later, at my dream school, Tennessee State University, living out of state, doing well, and having the constant support of the club.
That was so nice of Samia to send in that video all the way from school. All right, it's time. Let's get started with our first Youth of the Year, Vicente Cooks from the IG Holmes branch. Welcome, Vicente. Congratulations. I do understand you were one of the very first teens to be hired from your AZ Youth Force internship at the Talking Stick Resort Arena. That's really amazing. What did you learn from AZ Youth Force?
AZ Youth Force really gave me a chance to learn firsthand and experience what it was like being in a working environment and also actually providing for yourself rather than just wanting to.
That is really exciting, Vicente. First jobs are an amazing learning opportunity, and you're going to remember that forever. With our first speech of the evening, Vicente Cooks. Head over to the podium.
I would love to congratulate Vicente for being the YOY for the 2021 year for the IG Homes Boys and Girls Club. Me and Ayana are so proud of you, and so is the club. Congratulations. I'm so excited to hear your speech. Love you, kid.
Vicente, we're so proud of you. If there's anyone that deserves this, it's you. So,
Hello, my name is Vicente Cooks from the IG Homes branch. When I was young, I was in love with the idea of being a hero. Because of that, shows like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Charmed really inspired me to become someone's protector, their hero. My freshman year, I had a best friend, and we were inseparable. But our friendship couldn't take away the pain she had felt before we met. She became suicidal and tried to take her own life. Because we were so close, her pain became mine, as I absorbed her trauma and anxiety over time. Her illness became mine, until I wasn't strong enough to help myself, let alone her. I was traumatized. I hated that I wasn't strong enough, and I was angry that I couldn't handle the pain. So I left for Arizona. The unknown environment and people triggered this need for me to protect myself. They stopped being people and became possibilities for pain. I was 16 years old, living in a new place, with a father I knew well, but he didn't quite know the young man I had grown into. Me and my father are so different. I enjoy showing affection to my loved ones. He does not. I am sensitive. He is not. I enjoy having conversations about my future. He's more reserved. He didn't know anything about what had happened before I came to Arizona. All he wanted was for me to be happy. For him, the solution was make some friends, go to the Boys and Girls Club. However, for me, the fear of connecting with someone, of building a relationship, was too strong. Until a man with big glasses and a big goofy smile, Mr. Stephen, the teen specialist, greeted me. His friendliness chipped away my panic piece by piece until I felt safe. IG Homes became a place where I wasn't just a son, a cousin, or a grandson. I was me, a writer, a designer, most importantly, a place where I'm free to be me. I participated in activities that helped me to grow, such as Money Matters. I volunteered at a local nonprofit playing with children. I am actually an original participant of AZ Youth Force, and I was the first to be offered employment in the program. The club helps fill voids in my life that I didn't know existed, such as giving me a place to write. Writing has been a powerful tool in my life, helping me to heal and grow into a person that I am proud to be. I write to share my joy, to keep my joy. To use my imagination as armor. I write to keep myself sane. Creating these heroes that go through the same things that we do so that we can be inspired by the humanity in them to find the heroes in us. I write because I want to save the world. I will become an English teacher and an author, studying at ASU for my degree in secondary education English. I want to give youth a place to write their truth, to be themselves and feel safe in knowing they can do that without judgment. I want to write stories that inspire the same desire that Buffy and Charmed gave to me, to save this world in your own way, to be a hero to those around you, and most importantly, to yourself. Thank you.
Vicente, fantastic job. Such moving words. And we're just getting started, and already we've begun with such a wonderful speech. 7 more to go, but we are just already feeling so inspired here in the studio. I'm sure you are at home as well. Next up, we want to welcome Dylan Henninger, a junior from Skyline High School. He's been a member at the Superstition Mountain branch in Apache Junction for the past 12 years. This is Dylan's 2nd year as a Youth of the Year. Dylan, can you share with us some of your favorite programs from the club?
Yeah, one of my favorite programs is Power Hour, which is 60 minutes where kids are able to work on their schoolwork at the club, so that when they go home, they don't have to bother their parents with, having to get on them about schoolwork, which I think is really great because it leaves time for stuff like family.
That is really great. I love that too, Dylan. We're really looking forward to hearing your speech. First, we're going to check in with your club.
Have you ever gotten in trouble? Well, I have. Hello, my name is Dylan Henninger, and I'm the Youth of the Year candidate for Superstition Mountains branch. As a kid, I got into tons of trouble. I acted out, I didn't do my work, and I ignored people's boundaries. This always led to consequences, though. Like when I was in the first grade, a teacher told me that I had to go to the principal's office because I was acting out. And when I got there, he said I had to wait till the end of the day for my mom to pick me up. When she arrived, he told her I was going to be suspended for 2 days. When I moved to Stevenson, I started attending the Stevenson branch. This is where I learned the importance of developing good habits and getting good grades. I put more effort into my work, and I tried harder to display better behavior. The results were noticeable over time. I then moved from the Stevenson branch over to the Superstition Mountains branch. There I learned things like how to manage problems I will deal with throughout life, and the importance of setting good examples for kids at the club because of how they look up to us older kids there. I enjoy recognizing patterns in math, and keeping good grades isn't too difficult as long as I try my best and work hard. In the future, I will be a graduate of Northern Arizona University. I will have a master's degree in engineering and a doctoral degree in physics for my dream job as a mechanical engineer. One day, I want to work for the military, preferably by designing and developing equipment for them. I always thought it would be cool if my work was used every day to help other people, which is a big possibility when working for them. When I retire, I'm going to own a one-story house, a car, and a moped for fun, because cool people ride mopeds. The lessons I learned from my club are to try hard, find what motivates you, strive for improvement, and to always learn what to take away from life's experiences. Thank you.
Thank you, Dylan. Great job. He's got everything planned out all the way to retirement and a moped. Great plan. Wonderful. I can't wait to see everything unfold for you, Dylan. All these speeches are just so inspiring, and I really love the videos that we're seeing from the clubs. Since we can't all be together in one space, Boys and Girls Clubs asked each one of the clubs to do a rally video to support their YOY. This way, their friends from the club could cheer them on. So they're cheering for all of you, you guys. It's really cool. Our next Youth of the Year will be Jahari Herring from the Bob and Renee Parsons branch. Jay attends Sonoran Science Academy, and he will be graduating this May. So, Jahari, you've been a part of the Parsons Club for the past 2 years. What are some of the highlights?
I would say some of the highlights for me are when I participated in the Read Better, Be Better program. I got a chance to help the kids read, and over time I would watch them read better and see their progress over time.
That's really special. Those kids probably really, really appreciate all the effort that you put into helping them. We can't wait to hear your speech, but first, we're going to see what your club has to say.
Ready for Jahari? Okay! Give me a J. A-H-A-R-I. J. A-H-A-R-I. Let's hear for Jahari, our Parsons YOY. Go Jahari, go Jahari, go, go, go Jahari, go Jahari, go Jahari, go, go, go Jahari.
At the age of 16, did you ever have to worry about where home would be? When I was 16, my family and I fell into homelessness. My mom decided to bring us to Arizona about 3 years ago. Arizona is very different from Chicago, from the culture to the lifestyle to even the weather. It was definitely something I needed to get used to. So there I was, a kid living in a new place with little family and no friends, stuck in an environment that he didn't fit into. I was pretty confused going into my new school, but I was eager to make friends, so I joined the basketball team. I was in the loop between home and school for a while until I found out I lived close to a Boys and Girls Club. From the very first day, it was welcoming and I wasn't treated as a stranger. The club became a second home for me. Once I finally got used to living in Arizona, that's when we fell into homelessness. I would wake up worried, homesick, wondering what the future will hold, all while trying to stay strong for my mom, knowing she was working really hard to keep a roof over our heads. It was during this time the club really helped me out a lot. Going to the club while this was happening really helped me cope with living in a shelter. It was all the quality time spent participating in the programs, those one-on-one conversations with staff, and joining basketball that really helped me push through my problems. Being president of the Keystone program has helped me step out of my comfort zone and work on my social and leadership skills. Participating in trials for Teen Court has made me a better problem solver. It has given me a sense of great judgment. Volunteering in the community has given me a greater humbleness and appreciation for the values I live by. All this and more has molded me into the person I am today, a more confident, resilient, and caring young man. Thanks to my experiences at the club, I have a better vision for my life. I plan on going to college to keep studying and learning so that one day I could create a platform to empower and mentor young people so that they could be good. And I want to empower other people's lives the same way the club impacted mine. Thank you.
Thank you, Jahari. We are so grateful to so many local and national companies that have supported tonight's program. Let's hear from Desert Financial Credit Union, one of our Youth Mentor sponsors.
We wanted to present you with a donation of $10,000.
Yes, thank you.
One of the best parts about the Youth of the Year program is that every one of these candidates will receive an academic award they can use to pursue their dreams. This year, we had a very special announcement related to one of our scholars. Amaya Jones, our Youth of the Year from the Lewis and Elizabeth Sands branch, recently learned that she will be receiving a significant scholarship award from the Bob and Renee Parsons Foundation. Renee Parsons created this Girls Leadership Award to recognize fundamental leadership qualities: collaboration, assertiveness, and empathy. In December, Renee Parsons asked to meet with Amaya personally to interview her and let her know that she had earned the first ever Renee Parsons Excellence Award for $40,000 to use towards her education. Congratulations, Amaya. That is so exciting. You're a senior this year at Deer Valley High School. How are you planning to use this scholarship?
My dream would be to go to San Diego State University, but I was recently accepted into ASU, U of A, and NAU, so I plan to use a scholarship at one of those places.
That is incredible. And it's just another service that Boys and Girls Club is able to offer our student members. Last year, our clubs distributed more than $113,000 in scholarship support to 41 alumni. Thanks to the Bob and Renee Parsons Foundation, we employ a college access and success manager who support these Youth of the Year and all club alumni as they pursue their post-secondary education and certificate programs. Many of our students are first-generation college goers, and this personalized support helps to ensure their long-term success in their career and academic programs. Each of tonight's YOYs and their parents will be able to work with Yvette to plan for college, and she will be there to support them as they pursue their dreams. And now, let's hear from Amaya Jones.
younger, I wanted to be a princess. I would wear my princess dress to school every day, and I dreamed of living in a castle and doing everything I wanted and living the perfect princess life. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Amaya Jones, and I'm the Youth of the Year for the Louise and Elizabeth Sands branch. Growing up, I struggled with finding myself and who I really was. I wanted to be like everyone around me, and that caused me to become very depressed. I was shy and insecure, and I just wanted to fit in. But at the end, I just wanted to be happy. My mom and my Nana owned a daycare when I was younger, and when my Nana passed, my mom decided to close her daycare to pursue her own dreams. She then signed me, my sister, and my 2 cousins up for the Boys and Girls Club. At first, I wanted nothing to do with the Boys and Girls Club. Everyone thought it was lame, and I didn't want to be seen if it was lame. But I ended up going, and at first I didn't talk to anyone because I was scared of what they might think of me. So I tried to sneak my cousin into the teen room, but that didn't really work out for me. In the end, people started coming up to me. They wanted to know me, the real me. And at first, I was kind of shocked. But then I gave them a chance, and I ended up meeting some of my closest friends today. And I met some of my biggest mentors who helped me become who I am today, who helped me get over my fears of trying to fit in and taught me that it was okay to just be myself and embrace myself. They helped me find my dreams and also are helping me fulfill my dreams. I know now that I want to be a veterinarian and focus in marine life, and I want to go to San Diego State University or University of Arizona. And due to the club, they gave me the hope and the drive to do it. Without them, I don't know where I would be, and I'm forever thankful for what the club taught for me and what they gave for me. These lessons that I learned about being myself and sticking up for myself and helping others was all due to the club. And those are things I want to teach my younger sister and all the youth. And for the club, I'm forever thankful. Thank you.
Thank you, Amaya. Great job. Next up, we will hear from Hunter Lowry, representing the Spencer D. and Mary Jane Stewart branch. Hunter is student body president and is in his senior year at Trevor G. Brown High School. What really stood out for me is that, Hunter, you have invested more than 1,500 volunteer hours into your community. That's incredible. What have you learned from this time serving others?
If we walk out of here today and we asked 100 people what they wanted in life, some might say they want a car, some might say they want a lot of money, but I can guarantee everyone will say they would want happiness. And whether I can make someone happy for 2 seconds or for the rest of their life, it means something.
It's awesome to see someone so young sharing these lessons that you've learned already. That's really inspiring. You're having fun while you're doing all this volunteer work too. That's really awesome. We cannot wait to hear your speech, but first we're going to see what your club has to say, Hunter.
Fun. We wish you the best. Stewart is here to support you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hunter Lowry, and I am the 2021 Youth of the Year representative for the Spencer D. and Mary Jane Stewart branch. Before I start, I have a quick question. Do you guys like games? Well, I love them. Even puzzles are pretty fun. In fact, my life is a 1,000-piece puzzle. Some pieces may not be as pretty as others, but every piece is just as important. As most of us, there's very cloudy parts to my puzzle of life. But it is also the most important. When I was 5 years old, I realized my parents weren't getting along. My dad was an alcoholic and he couldn't control it. They ended up getting divorced when I was 6, and for a while, my dad kept trying to take my siblings and I away from my mom. But after running into some trouble, he moved away. This left me confused and lonely. On January 19th, 2015, he was drunk, jaywalking, hit by a car, and pronounced dead at 6:36 p.m. I always had an iffy feeling for the way he gave up on my family and I. When I look back to when my dad moved, it left my mom to raise and support my siblings and I, which wasn't easy. In 2009, she enrolled us at the Boys and Girls Club, which is where I gathered the foundation to my puzzle. The club was my first home that gave me the building blocks for my future. I was able to express my musical talent while being with family in Stomp, which was our bucket drumming group, focus in during robotics, and even found my own form of therapy in basketball. The club also gifted me with the best role models. One in particular, though, was the former team specialist at Stewart, Gavis Cisneros. Gavis led me in the right direction when I was at my lowest points, and he went out of his way to make our Stewart family great. And the relationship I have with him is something that I will always cherish. Having these role models growing up inspired me to want to give back to the community. Over the years, I have coached and officiated basketball and flag football games, and I've volunteered over 1,500 hours with various organizations around the Valley. At the heart of it, I just love helping people. After high school, I am going to be an influence to the next generation by attending ASU and utilizing the independent degree program to become a motivational speaker. I could say I would not be where I'm at without these role models guiding me. I have always been about giving back, and I have always had satisfaction with other people's success. But I just don't want to make a difference. Instead, I'd rather be the difference. With that being said, I can start to see the picture and the puzzle of where I'm going. I'm senior class president, I have a 4.0 GPA, and I was even nominated for a statewide student council position. Everything is really flowing for me right now. I was a kid when I first came to the club, and I'm proud to be a man when I leave. But I cannot say I'm finished just yet. There's so much space left to fill in the jigsaw puzzle in my life. While the club represents the foundation of the puzzle, it's time to fill the heart of the puzzle, what makes my picture come to life. My name is Hunter Lowry. Thank you.
Great job, Hunter. Thank you. Now we want to welcome to the stage Ricardo Martinez from the Jerry and Helen Wazotsky Peoria branch. Ricardo, you're a junior this year at Peoria High School, and you've been a club member for the past 11 years, and you've also been really involved with so many volunteer projects through Keystone. Can you share your favorite memory from volunteering?
Yeah. Last winter, the Keystone Club partnered with the Dreamcatchers Foundation, which helps end-of-life hospice patients fulfill a dream they have. So the patient that the Keystone Club had, they wanted to go to the Phoenix Symphony before they passed on. So the Keystone Club reached out to the Phoenix Symphony, and they gladly donated tickets to the Keystone Club and the patients and their families so they could watch the symphony. And just being able to fulfill somebody's dream like that was very rewarding.
Oh, that is so special. That is so meaningful to that gentleman and his family. You should be really proud of that. We're looking forward to your speech, Ricardo. We're going to hear from your club first, though.
Good evening. My name is Ricardo Martinez. I am the 2021 Youth of the Year of the Jerry and Helen Wazotsky Boys and Girls Club. At the age 5, problems in my household had already started to have a negative impact on me. I was scared, stressed, and overall unmotivated. At also age 5, I became a member of the Boys and Girls Club. I still remember the first day after kindergarten. We made a stop at the building down the street from where I live. As we walked in and my mom was registering us, I was intrigued by a foosball table that was in the games room. And I walked over, and on my tippy toes, I began to play with it. After a couple of minutes, another kid walked over and began to play with me. I got anxious and walked away. And it wasn't to be rude. It's just talking to strangers was an uncomfortable situation for me. And uncomfortable situations exploited the stress within me. At nights, I would lay in bed early and not fall asleep till late, asking myself, wondering, why? Why am I like this? At that age, I didn't know who or what I wanted to be, but I knew it was essential for me to go out there and get the courage to find out who and what I wanted to become. It was time for a change. And that change wouldn't be possible without the help from the Learning Center staff, Mr. Tim, who every day greeted me with kindness, respect, and hospitality. He made sure I finished my homeworks while also being an excellent role model for me. I had once signed up for reading club, and reading club conflicted with the time I would play basketball in the gym during free time. And to be honest, sometimes I would skip reading club to play basketball. But he held me accountable. He told me I was better than that. His belief in me gave me confidence in myself. And with that newfound confidence, I joined Torch Club, a program that sets a foundation for leadership skills and integrity. It was then and there where I realized my power as an individual completing community service events. Fast forward to September 2019, I was elected vice president of the Keystone Club, where we executed even more community service events. It's something about doing these events that makes me feel like the struggle I made to break loose from my past self was worth it. The effort I put into myself paid off. I look back of how far I've come, too scared to play a silly game of foosball, to waking up on Saturday mornings, attending the Youth of the Year meetings, planning and executing events for Keystone, and giving speeches. The club has given me so much. Courage, confidence. I want to take what it's given me to pursue a career in either auto mechanics or welding. My mom always tells me, if you're going to do something, do it right. That's what I intend to do with my life. Do it right and not let anything hold me back. Thank you.
Thank you, Ricardo. As I mentioned earlier, the Youth of the Year program is part of the National Boys and Girls Clubs of America Leadership Development Program. As we prepare to learn who will be the 2021 Youth of the Year, I want to take this time to thank our judges. These community leaders spent a Saturday in December in a very safe setting to meet our YOYs, hear their speeches, and network with them before choosing a winner. Let's hear from them now.
It was just so impressive, and you could tell that these kids, the young people rather, clearly have really developed just in this process alone. And so I really want to applaud the Boys and Girls Clubs and all the volunteers and all the club directors for everything that they do and their hard work in general, but in particular with this program. And so yes, I learned all about this.
Yes, I have. It's been fascinating to hear about all the different types of leadership opportunities that the youth in the program have. Including a lot of volunteerism.
Yeah, it's been amazing to listen to all the kids and their stories about the programs they've been able to participate in. It's just an incredible program that they've been offered here.
You know, a friend of mine said, the best advice is show, don't tell. And so, the way these young people carry themselves, the way they tell their story, or the way they own their story, yeah, it shows what the Boys and Girls Club is way better than any telling that I've heard before.
That desire to kind of understand yourself better, to set those goals, to have a vision for your future. It's beautiful to see that coming alive in all of these students.
I was really surprised with how poised these young people were. Clearly, they took in a lot of questions that they weren't prepared for, they weren't scripted beforehand, and just how thoughtful they were on their feet.
Oh my gosh, it's just truly amazing to get to know these kids a little better. And again, they're just such an inspiration to me.
Hopefully, we can make a world that's like worthy of them. Wouldn't that be something?
I want to extend my personal thanks to these judges. They brought a unique point of view and posed tough questions to our candidates. They connected with the teens and they were moved by their stories, as I hope you are. Thank you to Nicole Bidwell of the Arizona Cardinals, Javier Gutierrez, CEO of the Arizona Coyotes, Callie Kozlak from the Arizona Department of Education, and the talented Alex Lang of the Phoenix Symphony. Being a judge for this competition is no easy task, and we are grateful for your partnership. Now, let's welcome to the stage Gabriel Mata from the Ed Robeson Family Branch. He's a junior this year at North Canyon High School. Gabriel, your nomination mentioned your interest in engineering. What are your plans for the future?
So I want to major in aerospace engineering to help design and produce technology to explore outer space, and I want to do it at SpaceX.
Fantastic. Well, come on over to the podium and let's hear from your club.
Have any of you considered yourself to be a shy and timid person? My name is Gabriel Mata, member of the Ed Robeson family branch, and I was that shy and timid person. I always tended to be by myself and only spoke with my family. Shyness was not my only problem. Finding myself and figuring out who I want to be as a person is a problem I am dealing with. I'm always being compared to my siblings and never being given the chance to be my own person or have my own definition. I am someone lost in my self-image journey, but I know one day I will find myself. After turning 13, my mom said, "Why don't you join the Boys and Girls Club?" This was not the first time I had been recommended. I had that one friend always trying to convince me to go, and I did. After attending the Boys and Girls Club, I started coming out of my comfort zone and became more involved in programs and activities they offered. One day, I finally had the courage to ask the teens in the gym if I could play basketball with them, and to my surprise, I heard the word yes. Eventually, I did not even have to ask if I could join. They would say, "Yo, Gabriel, let's ball." I started gaining confidence in myself and did things I did not expect myself to do. I joined Leaders in Training, also known as LIT and Keystone. LIT is a program where an individual like me can gain qualities of a leader, being able to communicate, include people to the activity, and getting control of a situation. These programs have helped me grow as a leader and gain useful knowledge. During my time at the club, I have helped volunteer around the club and community, which will always bring a smile to my face knowing I have helped. A few passions that apply to me are equality, friendships, and an advanced technological future. At the club, I have been asked multiple times, "What would you like to do for a living?" My response has always been to major in engineering, graduate from a top-notch school. Massachusetts Institute of Technology is my dream school, and I'm pursuing to get accepted into it. I desire to major in aerospace engineering. As I mentioned before, I am passionate about an advanced future and want to help guide us towards it. I deserve a scholarship because I am motivated and determined to accomplish my dreams and goals. I will give back to the world by being the best version of myself, helping guide and change the future for the better. I am a solid investment because I will not let a failure or setback stop me, but have it motivate me to do better. My legacy is to become someone worth looking up to and proving anyone can be anything. The club has taught me to be confident in yourself and to believe in yourself. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Gabriel. We are almost about to hear our final speech of the evening, but first we want to take a moment to hear from a few of our longtime sponsors.
Many kids in our communities don't have a chance. They're left behind by a parent or both parents in some cases. Many don't have food on their tables, especially at a time like this in the midst of a pandemic. The Greater Phoenix Boys and Girls Clubs does an amazing job for these kids. I ask you along with me to help them. Start by giving a caring heart. Then, if you're financially able, give a donation. Do the best you can. If you can afford $100, give $100. If you can afford $1,000, give $1,000. If you can afford $10,000, give $10,000. You'll be rewarded by seeing the smiling, successful faces of thousands of Boys and Girls Club. Kids in the Greater Phoenix Boys and Girls Club. Thank you.
we couldn't do any of this without committed sponsors who believe in our teens and the power of the Boys and Girls Clubs programs. We are so grateful. Our last presenter tonight is David Richardson from the Tri-City West Thornwood branch. He is a senior this year at Agua Fria High School and has been a member of the club for the past 9 years. David is also active in ROTC. David, what got you interested in military service?
Well, I've had 2 grandpas, an uncle, and a sister all serve in the Navy. And just hearing about their experiences, it really inspired me to pursue a career in the Marine Corps.
Very cool. We thank you in advance for your service to our country. Your turn to head over to the podium now, but first we're going to see what your club has to say, and then we'll be ready for that final speech.
Yay, David! Go, David! Woo!
Good job, David. We're proud of you.
I want to congratulate my boy David for the Youth of the Year. Way to go, big boy.
Congrats, David. You got this, bro. Congratulations, David. I'm proud of you, and I believe in you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David Richardson, and I'm the 2021 Youth of the Year candidate for the Tri-City West Boys and Girls Club. Before becoming a member at the club, I didn't have very many friends. I lacked role models, and I had no goals. During my time at the club, I've developed friendships and bonds that will last for a lifetime. Through those relationships, I've gotten involved with events and been given helpful advice that guided me through my biggest obstacle in life. My biggest obstacle in life came for me in my sophomore year. I was struggling to balance my job, my family, sports, grades, and clubs. But at the club, I found a place of rest and sanctuary where I could take a step back, catch my breath, and set my priorities straight. At the club, I have learned integrity, time management, inclusiveness, sharing, and not to mention how to play 2 of my favorite sports, basketball and football. My club staff have supported, listened to, and given me helpful feedback. Specifically, my teen staff, Izzy, showed me what kind of man I want to be when I grow up. A man who sees the best in people and encourages them at their lowest point in life. That insight has given me an idea of what I want to do with my life and what I want to be after I retire. President John F. Kennedy once said, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." I have a passion for serving my nation, so I plan to have a career in the United States Marine Corps. I want to be a Marine because they are the first responders for the United States government, just like police and firefighters are for U.S. citizens. Afterwards, I plan to become a history teacher because ever since the 2nd grade, I've always loved reading and learning about history. I denied myself time running around playing outside for time to bury my head in a history book. It interests me and it sparks my imagination. Throughout my academic career, my history classes have always been the highlight of my day. I'm always learning something new and something interesting from my teachers. But at my age, I've seen different things around me happening that I've read about others making in the past, mistakes. I think young people should know their history or be doomed to repeat it. After a few years of serving in the Marine Corps, I plan to use my GI Bill to become a Marine aviator and serve for 20 years. After that, I plan to pursue a degree to become a high school history teacher. Because I plan to become a high school history teacher. At the Boys and Girls Club, I have been given the tools I needed to be successful in my career. And I hope that I can use my experience at the club to have the same positive effect on my future coworkers and students. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Great job. These speeches have all been so inspiring. We're getting really close to finding out who our winner is, but first we want to acknowledge some folks because the fuel behind the Youth of the Year program is an amazing team of youth development professionals who are dedicated to ensuring the success of your kids. They are caring professionals who members can count on. They will help them with homework, play games with them, or just be there on the tough days. Our Youth of the Year journey is run by a group of dedicated leaders who have been spending their Saturdays with the teens and with Toastmasters working on these speeches. Let's take a moment to recognize them. We want to send our thanks to Jason Reynolds, Ruben Cabral, Herman Salaya, Angela Davis, Johanna Lopez, and Heather Budzine. Now it's my privilege to welcome to the podium our 2019 Youth of the Year, Ayanna Jameson.
Thank you, Kristen. Tonight it's the end of a journey for this group of YOYs. But we will be back together on May 1st celebrating today's kids, tomorrow's stars, thanks to the sponsors including Youth of the Year sponsors, Arizona Diamondbacks, Banner Health Systems, Insight, Universal Technical Institute, Wells Fargo, and Priority Outcome sponsors, BBVA and General Dynamics. And in the coming weeks, our YOYs will spend another day with friends from the club, Travis Aglin and Barry Schoeneman, who will provide expert styling for the suits for the young men's, and Becky McHolland and Corinna Munson, who will assist Amaya with her styling for her special night. That's one of the best parts of the journey. Back to you, Marcia.
Well, absolutely, Ayanna. Tonight is a big step in the journey, but it is not the end. Let's all thank you one more time for tonight's presenting sponsor, General Dynamics. Our winner tonight will be named the Youth of the Year and will be honored with the Joe Henderson Memorial Award. Joe is a longtime supporter of the clubs and a Chandler compadre, and each Youth of the Year also earns this honor. Ayanna, I'm going to ask for your help to announce this year's Youth of the Year winner. Let's congratulate all 8 of our remarkable 2021 Youth of the Year one more time.
Vicente Cooks, IG Homes Branch.
Congrats, Vicente.
Dylan Henninger, Superstition Mountain Branch.
Congrats, Dylan.
Jahari Herring, Bob and Renee Parsons Branch.
Congrats, Jahari.
Amaya Jones, Louise and Elizabeth Sands Branch.
Congratulations, Amaya.
Hunter Lowry, Spencer D. and Mary Jane Stewart Branch. Jerry and Helen Peoria Branch. Oh, Ricardo Martinez, I'm so sorry. Gabriel Mata, Ed and Robeson Family Branch. And David Richardson, Tri-City West Thornwood Branch.
You got this, David. Congrats. Now, Ayanna, you mentioned the Stars event we have coming up in May. On that night, we'll be gathered at the Cardinal Stadium in Glendale to honor one of the Valley's favorite heroes. So, to do the honors in naming the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Valley 2021 Youth of the Year, please welcome via video our friend Larry Fitzgerald.
Good evening. I'm excited to be with you as we announce the winner of the Youth of the Year award for the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Valley. Congratulations to all the teams for completing their Youth of the Year journey, especially in a year of such uncertainty. Your selection as Youth of the Year and your participation really speaks volumes about your character and commitment. I'm so proud of all of you. You've worked so hard the past 6 months, and each of you will always have the honor of being your club's Youth of the Year. Thank you to the staff and judges who guided the teams and had to make some very tough decisions. So without further ado, it's my honor to announce this year's winner of the Boys and Girls Club of the Valley Youth of the Year, Vicente Cooks.
Would you like to trade? It's heavy.
Oh, yeah! Yes!
of the Valley Youth of the Year 2021. What do you have to say, McKinsey?
I did not see this one coming. Oh, I'm happy. Oh, that's it. I'm sorry. Thank you. I really didn't think I was going to win. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, McKinsey Cook, your 2021 Youth of the Year. All 8 YOYs did an incredible job presenting their speeches. It was a long road here. Much well-deserved recognition for all. We thank you all for your effort tonight. You are amazing. You're inspiring. We just adore you. And thank you all for joining us this evening. We will see you again next year.